Who's going to be the catalyst for your growth? I want to tell you, you're going to be the catalyst for your growth. Why? Because you got to work it. You're going to have to choose it. You can't blame it on somebody else. Ultimately, some of you super spiritual people say, well, God is going to be the catalyst for my growth. Well, of course, God will be the catalyst of your growth, but God doesn't get in the way of your free will choice. Let's just be honest here for a second and be honest with yourself. Be honest with me that you have to choose if you want to grow or if you're going to sit there and spin your wheels complaining. The true test of whether you're growing or not is if you look back over your life and you're involved in the same kind of calamity that you were 20 years ago. Now, in the grand scheme of things, that may be okay for you, but the people around you are being impacted by your ability to not cause yourself to grow. And so what you need to do is take a look and really ask yourself the serious question: why hasn't change occurred in my life? And when you get the answer to that, I can promise you it'll be locked up in the idea that you need to make a free will choice to change your life. When you change your life, true results will take place, and then the God of covenant will come and help you. He says in John 14:15, if you love me, you'll keep my commandments. And I want you to know that loving him and keeping his commandments is a promise that he'll keep the end of his bargain. But you got to keep the end of yours. Stop being so super spiritual and being so heavenly minded and no earthly good. Your spirituality should impact the way you do life. It won't impact you if you're going around complaining, bragging, fussing, doing stuff in the physical realm that is really just causing negativity and shards of negativity to float all around your life. I think about a lot of us, we're sort of like that one character on the Peanuts cartoons. We have that dust floating around us everywhere. And that dust that we are comfortable with, nobody else really wants that dust around them. But nobody else really recognizes the fact that that dust does get around you. And if you hang around that dust, you become dusty. And eventually you accept the fact that that's just the way it is in life. And if you go into that, that's a rut. And if you live in ruts, then it becomes a cycle. And that cycle becomes an addiction and a way of life. And eventually you become implanted in your DNA and the way you do business on a day in and day out basis. And what you don't want to do is that when you can have the opportunity to do so many more great things, I want to inspire you to do and be more. Abba's called you to do and be more. He's not called you just to be here, float around in some cosmic idea of spirituality, never growing and changing, pointing fingers and blaming. Every one of us has hurts, problems, situations. We've gone through calamity. But the true test of whether we'll come out and be what he's called us to be will be our choice every day. You see, I think it's our goal to work out our soul salvation, work out our situations or differences with fear and trembling. How do we do that? We work it out with our neighbors. We make tough decisions in the wake of difficult situations and circumstances. We do what other people are not willing to do or want to do. We forgive when forgiveness seems impossible. We tell the truth when other people are lying. We do what has to be done. We forsake all these other ideas and we grab a hold to the true life-giving covenant of our Father. If you're willing to do that, do that. And don't look for other people to do it. If it's just you, do it by yourself. And don't be afraid, because you are enough.